going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Time for some college basketball picks. My first Saturday college basketball video of the year. This is a tremendous slate of hoops. If you guys even looked at the noon games, we have some huge matchups to pick. Of course, like in every video, though, I'm going to go through the entire slate. My prediction against the spread on every single game. I do this for college football and NFL as well. So if you want this week's picks on any particular game, just check out the videos. They're posted right here on YouTube. Definitely drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can pick you guys some winners, man. Let's get after it. Let's jump right into this. And we are literally jumping right into this. It's crazy. Duke, Michigan State. Okay, so here's my thinking. And I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree. A lot of people are going to be on Sparty here. And we can actually look at some betting splits. How public is Sparty in this spot? I'll tell you what, I'm actually surprised here looking at these money splits. And you guys can see the spread on this game is what? 1.5, 2 points at the most. We can see the odds on the money line. A majority of the handle on this game is indeed going to be on the money line. It's not going to be on the spread. And I disagree with that for Michigan State people. If they're going to give you a free bucket, I would take the points. Take every point you can get in college basketball. You never know. Last second banked in three-pointer can be the difference of covering and not covering. College hoops, man. It's a different animal. But I want you guys to look at the total handle right now. I'm recording today's video at almost 1 a.m. Eastern. I'm coming to you guys pretty late here on Saturday morning, Friday night, whatever you want to call it. Look, a lot of the bets aren't in. 45K, there's going to be a lot of money on this game. This is a huge one. Duke, Michigan State. So I'm more interested to see how this market develops closer to kickoff. Sorry, I'm still in football mode. We haven't quite transitioned completely over to college hoops. We're getting there slowly. No rush on that. Football's been paying me a bunch of money in premium. But yeah, guys, look, you know what? When you look at money splits, it's one factor. You know, I don't purely make a bet based off of it. But when it correlates to what I'm thinking, maybe it helps. Maybe I increase the unit size if more of the categories of things that I look for all kind of correlate on the same side. Maybe then I go a little bit harder. So it's not going to take away or change my opinion of what I think on this game. And I'm actually kind of on the wrong side of things if you're going to purely look at money splits. I like Duke in this game. Here's the reason. Here's the reason why I like Duke in this matchup. I watched the Iowa and Michigan State game, and I watched the Duke-Florida game. I watched both. Now, I was a little bit worried from a Duke perspective that, you know, Florida kind of hung in there from a physical perspective. And now at Michigan State, yeah, they could definitely do the same. But at the end of the day, Iowa, man, if you're looking at those four teams, and guys, I do not elaborate this long on a particular game. We got this full slate to go through, but please just listen to what I'm saying. I think this can help you. And I just want to, bring it to, I just want to make it clear what I'm thinking about these games. So the last two matchups for both of these teams, we have basically four teams that we can dissect, right? We have Florida, Duke. We have Michigan State, Iowa. The outlier was Iowa. Iowa looked like fucking middle schoolers. I mean, they were soft as shit. They are soft. They are scared little boys. They have very, very bad coaching. No championship pedigree. They were just gutless. So I think there's a little bit too much stock being put into Michigan State at this time. I felt like if anybody, even one single player on Iowa could have stepped up in the slightest, that they could have hung right in that game. I mean, it was a decent game there, maybe halfway through the first half, so about a quarter of the game. I know that's not a majority of the game, but Michigan State, man, they just punked them. So is Duke going to get punked like that? No, they have good enough players. They don't rely on like one 3-point shooter to just do all the heavy lifting. Florida's a good team, so they've played some tough teams already. They're used to tough opponents. I don't think as crazy as the home court environment is, and as much as Tom Izzo gets on their players at home, is that enough? I'm going to say no, and I think it speaks volumes here that we see Duke as the favorite. I know the rankings and I know the public perception of these teams and Sparty at home, but it's kind of like what we saw just recently with UConn at Kansas. That was a losing play in premium, one of my couple losing bets this year in college basketball. I took a shot on Kansas plus 2.5, but clearly it spoke volumes that UConn was a road favorite in such a crazy environment. So I'm going to go with Duke here. That's my thinking on that one. I just don't see Michigan State being able to punk Duke like they punked Iowa. They're just coming off lesser competition. I think the gap is too big. Played Duke on the money line. Iowa State and Purdue. 6.5, 5.5, depending on where you look. And please, guys, now that it's college basketball season, download every sports book you can. You have to have every sports book available to you in your state. I get asked all the time in premium, hey man, like just curious, like what platform do you place all your wagers on? What's the best sports book? And I'm like, there isn't one. I use whatever gives me the best odds for whatever game I'm going for. So in this case, if you like Purdue, please get DraftKings. It's a whole point here. Could be the difference, especially in a sport like this. It's not like we're talking a football spread with just numbers in no man's land, like a 4.5 or a 5.5. So download all the books. Take this stuff seriously. I'm going to go with Purdue. I got to see it from Iowa State here. They have a very, very good home court advantage. The Cyclones do. I like the Big 12. I still think the Big 12 is the best conference in the country. It's not even close. But yeah, give me Purdue here. It's a reasonable number. I think a lot of people will be grabbing the points. Money splits on this one. We do see a lot of Purdue money, but again, 24K has been wagered on this game. The handle's super, super small. I'm not putting any stock into that. We'll see how the market develops and where the line moves. Rhode Island, Providence. Now we can get rolling on this slate and actually get you guys in and out of here as quickly as I can. But I do think that information on those first two big games is important. Take it for what it is and put your suggestions, your advice, your analysis in the comment section below. Rhode Island and Providence. I think it's a little bit too many. Providence wins, but they win by like 5. I'll take the 8.5. Dayton and Virginia. Virginia laying 6.5. It feels like a fair number. It feels correct to me. I don't immediately just think there's, I should like bet that team. 4.5, 3.5. I'd like Virginia. If you got up to like a 9, I wouldn't even hesitate to go with Dayton here. At 6.5, I'm going to lean taking the points. I'm going to lean Dayton. It's just a lean. Monmouth, Georgia Tech. Give me the points. Southern Miss and Miami. I mean, in over. How about that? UMBC and Bucknell. I just don't know. Your opinion's probably better than mine on that one. New Haven and BC. I'll lay the points there if it's under 20. Old Dominion catching 12.5 against Richmond. I don't mind betting on Old Dominion in football. I'll go with the Spiders here. I'll lay the points. UNC Asheville, NC State. I'm going to take the points. Utah Valley and Bowling Green, and your guess is better than mine. So I don't know. Maybe you know. I don't think anybody knows. This is a true toss-up game. I'd actually lean Utah Valley here, but it's just a lean. Maine and Miami, Ohio. I'll lay it. Marquette, Wisconsin. Here's another big one. And a pretty big number, 10.5. I mean, generally, in recent years, this is kind of where you want to bet Marquette, right? Laying a big number versus a lesser team, generally not good results. Getting a lot of points versus better competition, generally good results. I wish they're at home. I'd rather have them like plus 7.5 at home versus like plus 11 on the road. But I'll take them. I'll take 11 points here. Wisconsin's looking pretty solid though this year. That's a tough call. Ohio State, Northwestern. Give me Northwestern. I think Ohio State's a little distracted with football. Maybe Northwestern gets the job done. Play them on the money line. I mean, 10 cents in difference versus having to win by 2 versus just having to win the game. That's a whole bucket. For 10 cents different, minus 120 versus minus 130. Just money line it, Northwestern. Boise State and Butler. I'm going to rock with Boise State. The line just looks short to me. It just looks short. I think it should have been like 7.5. I'll side with the odds makers. Give me the points there. I think Boise State could win that one outright. Youngstown and IUPUI. I just don't know. The Bonnies, Buffalo, 5.5 here. Yeah, give me them Bonnies. I'll lay the 5.5 in that one. Detroit Mercy, Cleveland State. I'll go with Cleveland State money line play. Stony Brook and Duquesne. Give me the points. I'll take the 9.5. Drexel and LaSalle. I have flip a coin. I don't know. Delaware and Delaware State. Rivalry game. You got to take the points. No, you don't. I'm going to rock with Delaware. I'll lay the number in that one. I'll lay the 8.5. Stetson and SC. Lay it. Harvard and Furman. Lay it. Northern Kentucky and Purdue Fort Wayne. Toss-up game. I'm going to lean with the home team in that one. Tennessee Tech and West Georgia. Not a clue. Haven't watched any basketball from either of those two teams, so I have no fucking idea. Hey, I mean, that's what you get with me, right? I give my prediction on all these games. I pick a lot more winners than losers. But on some of these, I'm honest on every game. I'll tell you when I really like a team, when I think the wrong team's favorite, this, that, the other. And I'll also tell you when I don't have a clue. And for some of these smaller schools, especially early in the season before my mental sample size of college hoops has really grown to where I'm familiar with the whole deal. I just don't know on some of these here in December. I've been focused on football, and I will remain focused on football for the duration of the football season. Coastal Carolina and Winthrop, lay it. Georgia Southern here, laying 8.5. Give me Gardner-Webb. Western Carolina, South Carolina Upstate. Give me Western. Maryland Eastern Shore and American. I'll go with American. I'll lay the big number. That's a big number, but I'll still go with them. JMU and 7.5. Little too much there. Give me the points in that one. Western Michigan catching 7.5. Not quite enough. I'm going to lay the points in that one. Holy Cross and Fordham. I'll take the points in that one. Moorhead and Presbyterian. I'll take the points in that one. Coppin State Liberty. We just saw Coppin get blasted by West Virginia. But that's WVU. This is Liberty. Give me the points with Coppin in that one. Jacksonville and FIU, and I'll take the points. Louisville, Indiana. Here's a big one. Louisville, Indiana. Louisville laying 4.5. I mean, wow, is that a statement from the odds makers? Louisville's off a tough game. I'm having a little bit of a mind blank now. I'm so focused on football. I forgot who they played. It was just one of those games, man. Things just weren't going their way. I still really like this Louisville team. One of my winning bets this year in college hoops was Louisville over Kentucky. That home game there kind of early in the season. That was a great spot for Louisville. I like the Louisville team. I'm going to lay the points. I'm not going to take the trap. Give me the cards, man. Give me the cards. Maybe some free throws at the end will get us up and over that number. Princeton catching 6.5. Give me the points. Toledo catching 4.5. Give me the points. George Mason catching 3.5. Can't believe I'm going to do it. Give me the points. I think they're going to beat the Hokies outright. Missouri State and Tulsa. Don't know on that one. 11.5. I don't know. I don't know on that one. Georgia State, Kennesaw State. Lay it. Bellarmine and Murray State. Lay it there. Idaho, South Dakota. The Jackrabbits laying 5.5. I'll take the points in that one. Rutgers and Michigan. Maybe if it was at Rutgers, I'd look at them. Can't do it on the road. They have a pretty significant home court advantage. Rutgers does. Scares me in this spot. I'll lay the big number with Michigan. Maryland and Iowa. Give me the points with Maryland. Max bet. Put your whole life on it. Iowa's just trash. Maybe they bounce back here off a tough Sparty opponent at home, but it's just not a good basketball team. They're soft. They're trash. Maryland's a better program. I think they should have stuck with Fran as a coach. I think moving on from Fran was a bad idea. So I'm gonna rock with Maryland in that one. That should not be a double-digit spread. That's crazy. Seton Hall, K-State. I mean, the line says Seton Hall. I'll rock with it. Give me Seton Hall. I'll take 3.5. That's going to be a really good basketball game. Fresno and Arkansas. I'll lay the big number. I gave out Arkansas to you guys just the other day there. Forgot who they played, but they had a nice win there at home. UNC dub, man. Playing the Raging Cajuns. I'll actually take the points in that one. Akron, Tulane. Tulane off the big football win. Maybe the basketball and the football players doing some partying there down in Louisiana. I'll go with Akron. I think they're going to be more focused. Evansville, Western Kentucky. I'll take the points. Dartmouth and Wyoming. I'll take the points. Elon and Wofford. I'm going to take the points. UNC Greensboro and ECU. I'm going to take the points there. Incarnate World. Nichols. I think the wrong team's favored. I'm going to rock with Nichols. I'll take the 1.5. Marshall in Ohio. I'll take the 3.5. UMass and UMass and UMass and UMass. And give me UMass in this one. That's a guaranteed winner. I'm going to take UMass in that one. No, I'm only kidding. Give me the points, though. I'll take the 11.5. New Mexico State, Abilene Christian. Give me the points. North Carolina Central and A&T. I just don't know. Lemoyne and Binghamton. Interesting game here. If it was flipped where this game was played, I'd go with Lemoyne. I'm going to go with Binghamton in that one on the money line. Longwood laying 4.5. Sure, sign me up. Baylor and Memphis. I'm going to rock with Memphis in that one. Chattanooga, I'll lay the points there. St. Joseph's, I'm going to take the 2.5 with them over Temple. Pacific and Cal, give me the 11.5 in that one. Colorado State, big rivalry. I'm not buying it. I'm going to rock with the Buffs in this one. And I hate Colorado. You guys know that, but I'll rock with them there. I just think they're better. I always lean power conferences over the smaller schools. Omaha and Portland State. I'll take the points. UMKC, get 9.5. Sure, I'll take the 9.5. The Beavs laying 12.5. A little too much for me. I'll take the points in that one. Sam Houston State, Texas Southern, don't know. Long Island, the Sharks laying 2.5. Nah, I'm going to take the points with Lehigh in that one. Vermont Pepperdine, I'm going to look at Vermont in that one on the money line. Albany and Columbia, I'm going to look at Columbia. Wake and WVU. How did I forget about this one? Big game. Look, 6 o'clock in Morgantown. This place is going to be on fire. This is a West Virginia game for sure. WVU on the money line over a sorry-ass ACC school. I actually don't mind Wake. They're a halfway decent team. But this is, have you guys been to Morgantown? And I get it. The students, the time of the year, I understand all those factors. Look, West Virginia University is essentially like the pro team, both in college football and college basketball for the state. So kind of the holiday times of the year, dude, the townies are going to be out, man. They're going to be out. I went to school there for 4 years. The place is going to be sold out. I have absolutely no doubt about it. I think the place is going to be on fire. I think they show up. They got the job done, get the job done. I'm going to go with WU there. Look, West Virginia very, very easily could have beat Clemson. They could have beat, or was half competitive against, I forget, in that Charleston tournament. W's not bad, man. Not bad. I actually kind of like the coach. I wasn't sure about the hire initially, but I don't mind them. They're going to get the job done there over Wake. And if they don't, that'll be really, really sad. Washington and USC. Boy, this one's accurate. If I was a bookmaker, I would make it 5.5, 6.5. So I don't see a ton of value on either side. I think the line sort of leans Washington. Bookmakers are like sort of making this look a little too doable to take USC. I'm going to rock with the Huskies, man. I'll take 6.5. Hopefully they can hang in there. Oregon and UCLA, I'm going to take the points in that one too. William and Mary and G-Dub. 10.5, 11.5. Whoa. Man, if this thing was south of 7, I would love GW. William and Mary, can they hang in there? Catch an 11.5. I'm going to say, yeah, we see a high total on this game, kind of a back and forth game. I'm going to take the points in that one. Denver and Idaho State, I'll go Idaho State. New Orleans there, laying 6.5. Nah, I'll take the points. Utah laying 6.5. Probably lay the points, but man, I don't know about that one. Feels kind of trappy. Lamar laying 4.5. Sure. Boston U laying 5.5. Sure. Or no. At New Hampshire, absolutely not. Give me the 5.5 there. Riverside, Cal Poly, lay it. Oklahoma State, Grand Canyon. The line is screaming for Grand Canyon. I'll rock with it, man. No, I take it. I can't do that. I'm not taking a Big 12 team to go down to the Antelopes. No. Yes, I am. You got to take this stuff professionally. Sorry, Oklahoma State. Give me Grand Canyon. I'll take 3.5. They're going to win the game outright. Penn and Villanova. Lay the points. Illinois and Tennessee. That place is going to be on fire. Illinois, another team that relies pretty significantly on home court advantage there. Yeah, give me Tennessee in that one. I'll go ahead and take them on the money line. Or actually, no, the price is way different. -136 to -110. I'll lay the 1.5 in that one. Florida State and Houston should be a blowout. Houston's the real deal. Give me the Cougs, man. Look at them in the first half as well. Wichita State, Northern Iowa, lay it. Ole Miss, St. John's, take the points in that one. Lindenwood laying 4.5. Sure, go ahead and do that. Northern Illinois, give me the points. Montana, I'll take the points with North Dakota, actually, in that one. Robert Morris catching 5.5. Sure, give me the 5.5. South Dakota catching 10.5. Nope, I won't do it. I'll go Northern Colorado in that one. North Dakota State, lay it. Chicago State, I'll rock with Chicago State as well. I'll go ahead and take the points there. Montana State, I'm going to lay the points there. Little Rock, I'll take the 8.5. Santa Clara, man, laying 2.5 at New Mexico. That seems crazy. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go ahead and look at them on the money line. Bakersfield, 11.5, not quite enough. I'll lay the points there. San Diego catching 11.5. Pass. I mean, that just looks accurate to me. I mean, Long Beach State, man. I mean, can they hang in there and stay close? I would lean San Diego there. You see San Diego, but like that's splitting hairs in that one. Pine Bluff going to DePaul. I'll go ahead and go with DePaul. Not as bad as they once were, that program. Auburn, Arizona, massive game. I think these teams are pretty far apart, to be honest. I'm going to go with Arizona. Oklahoma, Arizona State. Oklahoma off that Wake win. Nice win for them, man. Going to Wake. I hope that upset over Wake Forest doesn't kind of screw West Virginia. Now that Wake is looking to like get back in the winning column and go on a little run after that reset. So hopefully the Mountaineers can still get the job done despite that. But I'm going to go with the Sun Devils in this one. I'll take 4.5. I think the Sooners are going to go down. Irvine laying the points, sure. And then Hawaii to finish everything off. Give me the points. That seems a little too heavy. So there you go, guys. That is the entire slate. Don't forget, bounce back week in premium. I'm off a losing week, still up over 20 units in football season. Things are fantastic, man. I have a 10.1 unit max bet this weekend as well. One of my biggest bets of the entire year. You guys see me consistently win year after year in all these sports. So jump on premium, one of the biggest weekends of the entire year. And that's not an exaggeration, trying to sell picks or anything like that. You guys see my bet slips. You know I bet thousands of dollars. I don't need your subscription. But if you're interested in taking this thing seriously and getting my best bets, I'm just telling you, this is one of the biggest weekends I've had all year in terms of units deployed. So I'm looking for a huge week. Get involved if you want to. I'll see you guys in the next video.